Hello, this your boy Main Event Primetime TV here, and I'm back at it with another video. And if you hear a fan in the background, it's hot in around where I live. Um, it's around like 80 to 90 degrees. Where I live, it's very hot. It's the summertime while I'm recording. So if you hear like blowing or whatever in the background, just know it's a fan. Just deal with it. Because I know there's gonna be some people if they do watch this video, there's gonna be people complaining, "Oh, why this stuff in the background?" Blah 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 blah. Blah. Just know it's a fan. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So this your boy Man Primetime TV here. I'm about to talk about the NFC. NFC. I want to say NFC. AFC. AFC West. Now, before this past season, the AFC West was the Chiefs division, and then like many years ago in 2015, it was the Broncos division, and it's been pretty consistent with division winners. Now it's back to the Broncos, and I mean you have the Chargers. They do like knock on the door, especially when they had Philip Rivers, and now they have Justin Herbert, but they can never get the job done with winning the division. I think the last time they won the division was in the early 2010s with Philip Rivers. The Raiders, they haven't won the division since the 2000s, but they're still rebuilding again with Fernando Mendoza. And the Chiefs, their biggest, not biggest storyline, the biggest thing about the Chiefs is the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift thing. And she was at the next game. Um, you know, 7 weeks ago, she was a Cavaliers fan with a boyfriend, whatever. So freaking weird. Oh, Swifties is gonna get mad. They're gonna y'all get mad. I don't care. But yeah, going back to AFC West, the AFC West is gonna be a good. It's gonna be a three-team race in my opinion. Um, it's gonna be good teams at AFC West. I don't think the Chiefs is gonna have back-to-back losing seasons. They will have a winning record this year, and I do think the Chargers. They made some improvements. They got a new offensive coordinator, was the former Dolphins head coach. Mike McDaniel. I do think he'll work good with Justin Herbert, and will develop Herbert to be a better quarterback, like how he developed Tua and how he developed Purdy. He's going to do well. And you got the Broncos, Bo Nix, he's going to return with Sean Payton, he just got extended. And the AFC West is looking pretty good this year. And let's see what CBS Sports is going to talk about.
Back here in Spotlight, a healthy Patrick Mahomes means a Chiefs division win, right? Wrong? You're telling me there's real parity?
Well, I don't know. It depends. It's going to be a three-team race.
AFC West, time to get into the biggest questions for the division this 2026 season. And with that, we'll welcome in our friends Mike Renner and JP Acosta. Fellas, let's start with the team that came out on top last season, and that was the Broncos. 14 wins, tied for a franchise record. Now heading into the third year with Bo Nix, he'll be behind one of the NFL's best offensive lines, returning fully intact. He has a new weapon with Jalen Waddle. The defense coming up back-to-back 60-sack seasons. A lot of answers in Denver. What is the biggest question, Greg?
It's definitely around Bo Nix and what his ceiling can be, because by last year's rankings over on CBSSports.com, he was 18th in our final power rankings for quarterbacks. He was 17th by PFF grade. He was 17th by EPA per dropback. He is a rank average quarterback at this point in time, and not a lot of rank average quarterbacks win Super Bowls. That's the rub in the NFL. That's why everyone.
I think the biggest thing about Bo Nix is his height, but like Sean Payton has done well with sort of quarterbacks, knowing that he had Drew Brees. And another thing is that he was in college for like long. He's been like there for like damn near 10 years and stuff. I mean, you had the pandemic factor and possibly any other things too. But like, it's just like Bo Nix is like I said, like I said, he's a good quarterback. Like, despite all the flaws and stuff, despite all the BS, he's very good. Like, I didn't expect him to make this level of leap as a NFL quarterback. He's like, I think he was in the same draft class as Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels and some other boy named Drake May. And pretty good draft class, quarterback draft class. Like 2020, I think 2017 was I mean, adequate. I'm not 2017. 2018. The one with Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. I think somebody else too was in that draft class too. Oh yeah, Baker Mayfield and Sam Rosen. No comment, but like it's just like yeah, it's just yeah, pretty good draft classes.
Franchise guy. So can he get to that point? Obviously, this is the most talent he's ever had around him. With Jalen Waddle now in the fold, they're really.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Dolphins. I mean the Broncos got Jalen Waddle. He's gonna be a good weapon for Bo Nix.
Excuses for him not to get to that level.
Especially with Courtland Sutton, man. That's gonna be a good receiving duo.
Really private entrance. Entertainment centers.
My biggest question also surrounds Bo Nix. I think it's, can Bo Nix be consistent? I think that's a large part of why he's been such a markedly average quarterback, is because he hasn't been able to put together consistent stretches of play throughout his career. If you take 2025, from weeks 1 through 9, he had a 41.6% success rate. Then weeks 10 through 18, it jumps to 47.5. If you take his rookie year, same success rate over weeks 1 through 9, 41.6. Weeks 10 through 18, 48% success rate. He gets better as the season goes on, but you can't dig yourself in the holes like they do early in the season where they struggle offensively. I think if Nix can play a consistent season, if he can be...
I mean, I don't watch much Broncos games, but the games I do watch, I mean, the playoffs, I mean, he was okay. And, like, that one game against the Eagles I seen, like, he was pretty good. Like, I mean, like, he came back against, I mean, even though the Eagles did have their problems, but, like, it was just, like, he came back against a good Eagles team. Like, I mean, like, Bo Nix, he does have his, like, flaws. Don't get me wrong, but, like, it's just, like, he is one of the best quarterbacks in the draft class. He's made an impressive leap, which, I mean, to be honest, this still don't make sense that why Caleb Williams is on the cover of Madden is not the best quarterback in this draft class. But, like, it's just, yeah, it's so weird that, like I say, he's in, like, him, Jay Daniels, and Caleb Williams, Drake May, like it's gonna be the future of NFL, man. It's like expect to see them in more big games in the future. Like they're really showing up, man.
A little bit better with his accuracy and touch on deep passes. If they can be a little less skittish inside the pocket, I think the Broncos' offense will be a lot more explosive. That's what Jalen Waddle brings. That's what the Broncos haven't really had. They're 24th in explosive pass rate last season. They need to create explosives, and I think Waddle can do that. But now it's about if Bo Nix can be consistent enough to get him the ball.
Well, they'll need consistency because of how thin the margin of error was last year. 11-2 in one-score games. If you're not consistent, then that could spell trouble for this year's win total. Also dealing with that broken ankle. Is he fully healthy? Okay, so maybe I was wrong. Lots of questions in Denver. That Broncos division title, though, broke a 9-year streak for the Chiefs. So let's talk about them. They missed the playoffs for the first time since 2014, snapping 10 straight 10-win seasons in the process.
Let me talk about Chiefs real quick too. As she introduces the Chiefs in the segment. So Kansas City had been winning the division a lot pre-Broncos division win. And it's just like they've been running not just the AFC West, but they won the NFL. And now they're at a point where they're in a semi-rebuild. Like, a lot of players are getting old. A lot of players leaving. Mahomes, he's dealing with injuries. And Andy Reid, there's debate that is he going to retire? Is he going to stay for a couple more years? There's a lot of things with the Chiefs. Now, I do think that Andy Reid will retire in a couple years. I mean, it may not be this year. I'll be shocked after this season he'll just call it quits. But, like, the Chiefs, man, it's like the Broncos are getting good. The Chargers, they're also getting good, too. Like, it's not like back in the day where it's like these teams were good, but they're not Chiefs level of good. Like, you have the Chargers that almost win division, not win the division, that don't make no sense. But, like, we're the only competition, and you had the Broncos with their dysfunction with Russell Wilson and stuff, and then, like, the Raiders, they had that 1 year in 2021, and all the, like, drama, off the field drama and stuff. And the AFC West is not like that no more, man. It's actual legit competition. And if the Raiders don't get their stuff together, if they like, if Tom Brady be a miracle worker for the Raiders and build a team around Fernando Mendoza, they could be a threat to the Chiefs in a couple years too. But they're still in a rebuild too. That is worse than not like they're worse than the Chiefs. Than the Chiefs, like I do think the Chiefs will be a wild card team or a wild card team to like around like 9 to 7 seed or 6 seed. I don't think they're gonna win the division. Like like I said, I do think it's gonna be a 3 team race. Like it's gonna be AFC West is gonna be a tough division. That plus the NFC North, I mean AFC North, excuse me, is gonna be two tough divisions of the AFC. Like it would not shock me if we're gonna see more than 2 teams in those 2 divisions. Um, South, no. I mean, it's either gonna be the Jaguars or the Texans. And then oh yeah, the Colts. Depends on if we're gonna get if Daniel Jones gonna keep up this like thing that he was doing pre-injury. You got the AFC East. I mean, it's gonna be a 2 team race. So I mean, it is what it is on that. So like, it's gonna be like the AFC West is gonna be a tough division this year. Expect to see more than 1 team in the playoffs this upcoming season.
They won just a single game on the road. Obvious question here is Patrick Mahomes. How does he look coming off that torn ACL? JP, is it that simple? It's just Mahomes.
It really is that simple. The biggest question is when will Patrick Mahomes be ready? We've seen him working out at OTAs. He's had the brace on. He's moved fairly well. But for Patrick Mahomes and for the Chiefs, you need to get him as close to 100% as possible to feel comfortable starting him week 1. I'm not going to send him out there against the Broncos defense if he's not close to 100% and isn't ready to test that knee yet, especially given the state of the Broncos defense. With the way that this
I do also think the Chiefs are gonna probably have a slow start to start the season.
is working, and with the way that
Especially with this Mahomes injury and Travis Kelce getting older, like I don't. So why isn't Travis Kelce retired yet? Like it's not about the Taylor Swift thing, man. It's just like he's getting older. Like maybe because like the Chiefs tight end position room, like after Travis Kelce, it's a little bit weak. I mean, you got that I forgot the dude's name. I mean, he all right, but he's not like. I mean, of course, he's probably gonna be like Travis Kelce. But like, this is the same Chiefs team pre-Travis Kelce that had Tony Gonzalez. Chiefs had some good tight ends. Like, they have 2 tight ends as Hall of Famers, man. Like, that's crazy.
built in this version of Kansas City, it is very Mahomes centric. It is Mahomes scrambles. It is using his ability to be pinpoint accurate on short passes. You have to make sure that he is 100% because if he's not healthy and he's not comfortable on that knee, nothing else really matters. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. He's the engine that makes this entire thing go. If it were me, I wouldn't rush him back.
Mahomes looks so happy in that picture, man. Like, maybe he's seen some like steak with ketchup, I guess. I don't know.
As close to 100% as possible. But
Fried chicken. Chicken fried steak.
when he'll be ready ultimately decides the fate of this Chiefs season.
I'm in complete agreement with JP here, and I want to hone in on one thing he said there. It's the running ability. How Mahomes has played the past couple seasons.
He's feeling a little Mahomey.
It's been a distinct difference from how he played when he had Tyreek Hill. This offense looks very different.
You know what's the funny part about all this? You mentioned Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is still a free agent. Chiefs can still get him, especially with the off the field stuff with I think it's Xavier Worthy or one of them. There are a lot of receivers that have like a lot of off the field issues, injury problems. I do think they should consider bringing Tyreek Hill back. Especially not just that, like you have like the Giants, them bringing back OBJ. Like I do think the Chiefs should consider it, especially with nobody crazy. Hey, yo, that's really funny how nobody like knowing how good Tyreek Hill is. I know he's past his prime. Nobody has signed him yet. That is crazy. I just realized that. Like no team in the NFL like. Now, I did hear rumors that the Ravens was gonna possibly get Tyreek Hill. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know. It depends on like I mean, like, it depends on. I mean, they do have a similar receiver in Hollywood. Not Hollywood. No, Hollywood Brown don't play for them no more. They play for the Eagles. What's the boy name? Their receiver, Zay Flowers. I got him confused with Hollywood Brown. He's not a speedster like Tyreek Hill, but like, I mean, they have like similar stature. Like, I don't know. You don't want to have like two small receivers. Um, so I do think the Chiefs should consider bringing back Tyreek Hill. Um, just saying, man. Like, just making a pitch. I don't know. I mean, they already got another like older veteran than Travis Kelsey, way older than Tyreek Hill, and yeah.
And it's very Mahomes.
It's funny how he put older. Plus, I mean, he's older than Travis. I mean, he's older than Tyreek Hill, but they were around. Like Travis Kelsey was like in 2013. I think Tyreek Hill was like 2014, 2015 draft class. Yeah.
Centric. His ability to escape pressure, get out
Red Kingdom.
the pocket, and create with his legs is a focal point now of the Chiefs' offense. He had the most rushing yards of any season of his career last season. He didn't play the full season. So what's that going to look like if he doesn't have full confidence in it? Yeah, he might be back playing, but when does he get to where he feels completely comfortable in that knee, where he can take some hits outside the pocket, where he can play the way he's been playing to lead them to Super Bowl? So I think that's not just is he on the field, it's is he the guy we knew before that injury?
All I know is NFL script writers are salivating at the comeback player of the year situation with Patrick Mahomes because we know what's going to happen.
I'm not going. That sounds cringe, but whatever.
Chargers waiting
Well, I mean, she's attractive, so whatever. It is what it is.
for the first divisional title since 2009, heading into the
I guess if you're attractive, I guess if you're a clavicular place, like attractive people get way more things. Like, why is that relevant? I don't know. It is what it is.
Jim Harbaugh. The team got off consecutive 11-win seasons. Last year's big question was, can they translate the regular season?
Lord Chargers, go! Still should be in San Diego. Now, to the Chargers, minus the San Diego thing, the Chargers has been pretty good in Justin Herbert era, but they just couldn't get the job done. Like, they never won a playoff game with Justin Herbert. With Philip Rivers, they won some playoff games. I remember, like, this is the same Philip Rivers that played through an injury in the AFC Championship. Now, I'm not saying that Justin Herbert, like, is like Philip Rivers, but, like, it's just like, come on, man. Like, it's a lot of dysfunction around Chargers. They had that dude, I don't know if he's still in the league as head coach, and he didn't shout out his players in the last week of the season, and it fucked up their season a couple years ago. Now they had Jim Harbaugh. Now, I do think Jim Harbaugh can turn around the Chargers. I do think he could. It's just like Jim Harbaugh is that coach where he can really turn it around. Like, this man turned around Michigan, but Michigan was not average Big Ten, but like they didn't really did nothing. I mean, they had Denard Robinson, and they had all these other players too, but it wasn't really like Ohio State and they were slightly better than Penn State. And this is coming from a person that grew up liking Penn State, but like they wasn't the team. And now, like a couple years ago, they won the national championship with Jim Harbaugh, and this is the same man that turned around the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco 49ers wasn't nothing. Like, you had the Mike Singletary meme where you can't win without him, whatever he said. And then, like, he was very good. And Stanford? Yeah, Stanford. Like, Stanford, they're not really known as this college football powerhouse or whatever. A pretty good team with Jim Harbaugh. Like, this man knows how to turn around programs, pro and college. Like it's just like, I mean, he didn't win a Super Bowl like his brother. You know, Jim Harbaugh did play in the league, but like, yeah, it's just like Jim Harbaugh is a really good head coach, man. Like, the dude and plus he's a fun, outgoing guy. Like, he has that like unk status, man. Like, he's that guy that's literally is an unk. Like, that like him connecting with his players. Like he's like it's similar to Mike Tomlin, similar to that. But yeah,
success to the postseason, and we've been talking about this for the last few years. Well, they failed to do it once again. Mike, what is the big question for them in 2026?
I think the big
is to not be the Clippers in the NFL. That's their biggest thing. Is they're literally the Clippers in the NFL. LA prefers the Rams more than the Chargers, which is obvious. I mean, like they should have never moved out of San Diego. Like San Diego was literally their home, and like I'm still every once in a while. It's like I miss the Chargers in San Diego, man. I miss calling them the San Diego Chargers. I miss San Diego Superchargers. It's like them in LA. This whole LA thing. The only thing I gotta say about that is fuck you, Spanos. That's all I gotta say.
question is, can they replace Jesse Minter on the defensive side of the ball? And obviously they do with one of his proteges in Chris O'Leary, who even played for him way back in the day at Indiana State. But it's easier said than done. He hasn't coached. He hasn't been in NFL DC yet. He was at Western Michigan a year ago. So to me, this feels kind
That's
of like
a MAC team. Yeah, I ain't gonna really insult the MAC because guess who came from the MAC? Quinyon Mitchell. So and you got Ben Roethlisberger that came from the MAC. What in the MAC? Oh, whatever.
when Baltimore
Yeah,
lost
I think no, I don't know.
Mike McDonald. They
somebody
averaged
else.
16.5 points per game the last year of Mike McDonald. The next year, exact same personnel, that jumps up by over 5 points per game. That is going to be the difficult thing here with the Chargers. Because JP and I talked about it all last fall on the podcast. We kept saying
The Chargers has a good decent. Now I think they got rid of Joey Bosa because he's on the Bills. They still have Khalil Mack. They still got Derwin James. They don't have Asante Samuel Jr. no more. They have a really good. They have a really adequate defense, man. Like they do got some playmakers in the defense. Like I said, led by Derwin James. That dude is a monster, man. And you seen that game a couple years ago where he basically did a WWE move on Travis Kelce, man. That dude is a legit beast. Like I swear to God, man. He's related to the Hall of Famer Edwin James, man. Like I don't know about that James family, man. I don't know, man. They know how to build some NFL players.
they overperform their talent level better than anyone else in the NFL. That is a reflection of your defensive coordinator. Well, that guy's not walking through the building anymore. So, can they continue to overperform, especially when you have
The
division?
Chargers are really are a tough team, man. I remember watching them against the Eagles, man. They're just like their defense was like pressuring Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts they don't have that, but they still have Khalil Mack. Like, come on.
And now that offensively is one of the scarier divisions in the NFL.
Before the work starts, fuel it right. Introducing Form Energy. Zero sugar, natural caffeine from green tea, no shortcuts.
I completely agree with Mike here. My question is, can the defense keep up their strong play? And because Mike focused so much on Jesse Minter, who I think pressed all the right buttons in Los Angeles, and I think that's going
Now
to be
Jesse Mentors with the Ravens.
a big missing part
By the
of
way.
this team. I'm going to focus more on the personnel, which I think is, like we said, they sort of overachieved over the last 2 years. I think this is an above-average defense talent-wise.
And
If you lose without
they're talking about the defense, but don't forget that they have Mike McDaniels as the offensive coordinator.
away, who gave them a lot when it comes to just juice as a pass rusher. I think they need some more talent in the secondary. They trust their young guys. And Tarheeb Still and Cam Hart, who came on strong last season. But I do think they need some more juice in that secondary. They need to be a little bit bigger up front. You can tell when teams got a little bit big against them, they're able to run the ball effectively. I think that's something that's going to have to change this season. But the biggest thing is, because there's going to be a little...
I forgot that they have David Njoku now. That's pretty good. That's not pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie. Do got some names there. They also lost some big names. They lost Keenan Allen. He should retire. Mekhi Becton now. He has his struggles. He should. I think he should maybe. I don't know. Like, you got Dafe Owe. Like, he's a pretty good name. think I know Benjamin St. I think didn't Benjamin St. Just play. He played for some. I think maybe it was the Ravens. I don't know. One of those teams. They do got some names in there. Whether it's the additions and departures. So I mean, the Chargers. It might take a step downward, but like they're still. I still think they're gonna make the playoffs with Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh is a motivator. Like similar to Mike Tomlin, but like I said, like the dude has won a national championship. I know it's college. College is different from the NFL, but like it's just like this man also sent the dang 49ers to the Super Bowl, man. Like Jim Harbaugh, I ain't saying he's a miracle worker, but like the Chargers do got themselves a really good head coach, and he used to play for the Chargers too. So, like I said, like the only thing that really worries me is the Spanos family, man. Like it's just like these are the same slime balls that moved out of San Diego. That's all I gotta say about that.
A little bit of brain drain with Jesse Minter now being in Baltimore, Chris O'Leary, like you said, becoming the defensive coordinator. Who are the guys that are going to step up that are playing on the field? This is the year where Deion Henley becomes more of a vocal leader in the middle of that defense.
I know this is off topic, but that Titans logo, I mean, their uniforms is good. I mean, I kind of wish they still moved on from the Oilers, knowing that was mostly Houston. But whatever. I mean, I know they were the Tennessee Titans, but Tennessee's not known for oil derricks. It's just that Titans logo. That's not it. That and the Dolphins logo.
Leo Mack isn't necessarily.
And the Washington logo too. They're all three of them. It's not it. Like the simplification of things is just taking over sports, and it's unhealthy. Not just sports, but outside of sports too. Just life, period. Simplification is really hurting like life. Boringness has become cool.
Getting any younger, so maybe this is Tuli Pelotu's defense when it comes to pass rush. You drafted Akeem Mesidor in the first round to help bring that pass rush on third downs as a sub-package pass rusher. Derwin James is still able to create havoc. So I think this defense is going to be the biggest question because of how offense-based this offseason was. And Jim Harbaugh's putting a lot of trust in this defense to help carry them over as the offense changes their stripes a little bit. We got to see if the defense is able to hold up their part of the bargain.
Well, the question, too, with the offense, though, is the offensive line. Can they actually stay healthy? Slater and Alt will be back and hopefully healthy, knock on wood, and maybe the Chargers will actually get through the postseason. We'll see. What makes this regular season, though, so interesting for this division is that the Raiders may actually be in the conversation this time. Yes, after a 3-win season, it's true.
Yes, let's be honest and real, man. Like, they're still in a rebuild. Like, they still in. They might win 6 games this year. That's maximum. I'll be surprised if they win more games than that. Like this team is still rebuilding.
Super Bowl winning OC as your new head coach, a veteran quarterback mentoring a number 1 overall pick. That can change your fate, right, JP? What is the biggest question you have for this team?
But first, it feels like the biggest question for the Raiders isn't about the quarterback right now. It's which non-Brock Bowers receiving target is going to step up. Last season, Brock Bowers had a 60% success rate as a receiver. The only other player with more than 30 targets, even in that same realm, now plays for the Jaguars. It was Jacoby Myers. They don't have anybody else that even is in the realm or world of success rate and explosives as Brock Bowers. And Clint Kubiak has worked with teams.
I mean, they got some weapons. I mean, they really got some good weapons. Like I said, they can. I ain't gonna say they're gonna be ready to be a joke, but like. They got some playmakers in Brock Bowers and Ashton Just not a receiver room. I don't know about that. Like it's just like they need a big name. Like 4 of them names, I mean, some of them I never heard of. It's just that's not good for an NFL team to have that thin of a receiver room. That's the one thing that really worries me about the Chargers. Now, if y'all, I said Chargers, Raiders. Like, now if you're a Raiders fan or a Raiders supporter that's gonna comment to this, like, tell me more about these receivers because, like, I mean, I think I know one of them. I might know Dante Thornton Jr. What maybe Jalen Naylor, but the 2 of them other dudes I never heard of. It's just, I mean, the Raiders, they're known to have like receivers. I mean, they had Jerry Rice for a couple of years. They had what's the brother name? Tim his name. They also had that's it right there. They had Randy Moss. They had Devontae Adams a couple years ago pushing cameramen. That forgot his name. The Hall of Fame receiver they had, not Jerry Rice. Um, they also had Antonio Brown calling people crackers and all this dumb shit. Idiot. God damn, it's Tim, not Tim, not the actor. It's Tim something. Yeah, they have people like him. And it's just like they have good receiving history, and now I never even heard these dudes.
Season with JSN and funneling targets to the best players. So we're going to see a lot of targets funneled to Brock Bowers. But even in Seattle, you saw guys like AJ Barner step up. Cooper Kupp made the occasional big plays. Rashid Shaheed was able to create explosives. Which complementary players for this Raiders passing game are going to step up? Maybe it's Trey Tucker, who's been on this roster for a long time. Jalen Naylor's a free agent that came over from Minnesota, who I think is a good complementary piece. I'm excited for Jack Bech, who actually showed
They
some
need a big
success
name. I ain't gonna lie.
as a receiver, even though he didn't really get the ball much towards the end of the season. So I do think that there are players.
I think after this season, man, I ain't even gonna lie. They probably might have to get somebody.
Team that can be complementary targets, but there's still so many question marks about the supporting cast, and you really want to find out who's going to be those
I
complementary
think
guys.
T. Higgins might be a free agent in a couple of years, or after this season, I might say. Somebody.
You brought Bowers before you put Fernando Mendoza in the lineup.
I completely agree with JP. This could be a bit of a wake-up call for both Clint Kubiak and Fernando Mendoza, given that, Kubiak had JSN last year. Fernando Mendoza had a first-round wide receiver, a fourth-round wide receiver, maybe a first-round wide receiver next year. That Indiana team was loaded at receiver. So my question mark revolves around his NFL readiness for Fernando Mendoza. With those challenges that are presented to him, with elite wide receivers, obviously as an elite tight end, that's going to be the focal point of the offense. But without elite separators, is he NFL ready? Is he still going to be able to create the way he did at Indiana last year? Because I think an underrated thing this draft season about Mendoza was that Indiana offense was very collegey. This was not a pro-style, prepare you for the next level sort of offense. Almost a quarter of his dropbacks were RPOs. And while a lot of his stylistic play, I would say, is NFL ready and he presents as one, that offense itself was not necessarily helping him to be an NFL quarterback. So I think that's just the biggest thing, is do we see him early? And if he is he ready?
I think they're gonna start Kirk Cousins, and then if it gets a little thin, they're gonna play Mendoza in a couple games. I don't know.
Play at the NFL level.
I was trying to be.
I think they should sit him. To be honest, I mean, yeah, they should sit him and let him learn under Kirk Cousins.
Positive, but 4 wins is still considered an improvement.
Like study the play sheet. Look under Kirk Cousins and maybe in the second season we'll see. Yeah.
There you go, Las Vegas. Mike Renner, JP Acosta.
I
Appreciate you
I
guys.
didn't get a ticker. I had the Las Vegas Golden Knights, but that's not the point of this video.
Let's see what the odds makers think. Okay, maybe I was being a little too positive.
Okay. Vegas.
Yes,
I wonder why people think this is rigged. Why are they tied with the Chargers? Wait, they think the Broncos line at least? I don't know, man.
That is better than 2. Thank you. It's true, Haley. And Broncos there.
Who
who
made
won it
this
last
shit?
year for a third in the odds, so some respect to both the Chiefs and the Chargers.
I don't know, man. But I don't think the Chiefs are gonna win the division. I do think they're gonna be in the bottom of the wild card spots. I don't think they're gonna miss the playoffs 2 times. I do think they're gonna probably get more than 7 wins. Also, the Chargers and the Broncos. It's gonna be a really tough division. What I have winning the division is I think the Broncos. I do think I have the Broncos in my what's it called? I do have them making it to